Action. Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Shooting the Shit. Me and the GOAT himself are back at it again. What's good, fam?
Was good. Was good.
JP in the building. How was your week, man? How was your
Good.
week? Anything
How was
interesting
yours?
happen?
Now I'm just dealing with this whole COVID and things in California with the lockdown. Now they're trying to push the Governor Newsom recall, so they're trying to get him out at ASAP.
Recall, huh?
They
You think
want
that's
him out.
legit?
It's legit now. It's getting to they're pushing it straight forward now.
You think so?
But to him, I don't think he'll leave,
Yeah.
but they want him gone.
Yeah. So that brings us to today's episode, you guys. Shit that might not be true, but then again, it might be. Conspiracy theories. So, I mean, a hot topic right now is that vaccine. That vaccine is said to be
Oh boy.
legit. It's said to not be legit. There's a lot of controversy behind this vaccine, behind the COVID
Mhm.
movement, all that stuff. So, I mean, we're just gonna throw some shit out there, just like we always do. Who knows if it's true? We don't fact check nothing that we say. It's just talking shit. So please do not hate and say that we're wrong because we probably are, but at the same time, we might be right. Did that make sense? It makes
Mhm.
sense to me.
Makes sense.
So let's get into it, man. This vaccine, what you think, man? Is this vaccine legit, or is this vaccine something that's employed just to like make everybody just kind of feel better about this whole COVID situation?
Well, the vaccine, oh my goodness. People don't understand, like, first trial is really not effective.
Yeah.
So that means you need two
Oh
doses.
yeah. The first wave is gonna be nothing. Whoa.
Mhm.
Nothing. I almost fell. My bad. No, but yeah, the first wave probably isn't gonna be like anything like concrete, you guys. I mean, it's just gonna be a bunch of. I mean, I saw some posts that people are that or shit on there on Facebook that we've seen people's faces
Mhm.
getting paralyzed, people saying that
Oh, is
they're
it?
feeling some type of way like weird or off, or they got some kind of like
Mhm.
weird dysfunction now. There's even one saying that there was an erectile dysfunction if you take this shit. And also, like, if you're a woman, that it's supposed to sterilize you.
Mhm.
So, population control, maybe? Or it could just be a bunch of bullshit. What do you think, JP?
Well, even remember the TED Talk where Bill Gates was saying that Pfizer and the other manufacturer, there was a lot of side effects.
Yeah.
And, people have short term memory, especially what's going on today where everybody's stressed and working financial. They forgot about that. And it said that, a lot of side effects that they were getting was on the second trial.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, on the second trial, imagine the whole world taking
Oh,
a second
that would be
dose.
crazy.
You put two and two together,
Yeah.
the whole
Yeah.
world having a side effect,
Oh, yeah.
everybody,
You
judges,
gotta thin out the
police
herd.
officers.
So, population control. So, you think that's a real thing? You think that's what they're
Population
doing?
control. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Population control. I mean, the
Is
old
there
thing used to be the strong will survive, but now it's about only the adaptable will survive.
So you gotta adapt to survive in this craziness that we got going on, huh?
Exactly.
I mean, I believe it to a sense, but at the same time, I'm like, they've done this with a lot of other illnesses,
Mm-hmm.
polio, the smallpox, the plague, um, you know, all that shit that came through, and it's not around anymore. So this could just be another thing that comes and goes, like the history of sicknesses. But at the same time, who knows? I mean, this might be a government plot, like you said. I mean, I don't really know. I don't really know too much about all that shit, but at the same time, it could be a possibility. Um,
Mm-hmm.
what about aliens, man? Did aliens bring this shit? Maybe somebody came in contact with an alien that had a cold and just started throwing this craziness out there. What you think about that?
Man, it's just like I said, it's just a lot of conspiracy. But the biggest conspiracy that I've been keep hearing makes no sense is
Yeah,
the post office. Why do they keep bailing out something that's been losing billions of dollars every year to the
true.
post office?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things behind that as well. I mean, there could be like money, obviously. I mean, if you got an illness that has no cure, and you are, two other companies they're the only ones that can come up with some kind of cure or vaccine, that's
Mhm.
money in the bank. That's money in your pocket.
Yes. Well, they say that the two company, Pfizer and the other vaccine manufacturer, they're ready for the first year about to profit $32 billion
Yeah,
on the first year.
but like like the great Lil Wayne said. What did he say? He said, "Too much money ain't enough money." And I think
Yeah.
that's what we're kind of seeing, right?
But America, well, if you even think about it, it's America's standard. Where are we at with money?
Oh, for sure.
Because
But I mean,
even though the economy gets good, to compare it to the world, is it going to be where it used to be, or is it going to be the same?
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, the way things are going right now, everything's getting torn apart. These small businesses
Mhm.
are going under. People are losing their freaking minds. There's a lot of shit that's going back and forth with the people and the government. And
Mhm.
I mean, honestly, man, America is in shambles. This is probably the worst. I think I've seen stuff on the news in the whole 30
Mhm.
something years I've been alive. I mean, I've seen small things here and there, but nothing to this magnitude. And I mean, I know there's a lot of people who are getting COVID and getting sick and dying from it, at the
Mhm.
same time. But it's like, what is, even with the stay at home order and all that stuff, people are still getting
Mhm.
sick because you're making
Yeah.
people become essential workers. What are essential workers? They're just disposable people, pretty much. I would say. I mean, think about that. Like you're letting people who have these uprise jobs and stuff, and they are able to work from home or stay at home, but then you got like the general population who work in the supermarkets and um, different things that you have to go to work for. And I mean, we don't get that same luxury. I mean, we're exposed. We're out there. We're in the midst of the whole shit, and we
Mhm.
have families to go to. So you're still putting people at risk by allowing everybody to go to work, or some people go to work because we still have to deal with everything, and then we're still bringing it home, and et cetera, so it's like
Exactly.
you have to kind of pick and choose your battles and poison with this shit. But I mean, shout out to all the people out there that are going through it. Hang in
I
there.
feel you
But at the
guys.
same time, there's no way around it. I mean, a lot of
Mhm.
these businesses are just like, we're willing to take the risk. We're taking precautions. Blah 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 blah. But a lot of the companies are really not. They say they are, but they're really
Well,
not.
you got to think about it. What's going on now is what they call America 2.0. It's a big reset.
Yeah,
In the beginning, it was a viral lockdown, pandemic, but now it's becoming more of a financial lockdown.
yeah. I
So it's
mean,
getting to the point
it's nuts
because
though, like how it's transitioning from like a an illness, disease or whatever that's going to around to it being political, and then it goes straight into financial. So those are like the stages of that we've seen of this so far. I mean, we have had the casualty rate, we've had the sick rate. That was the beginning. Then it transitioned to like politics, like this person's going to do something about the coronavirus. That person's not doing anything about the coronavirus, and now we're going into the financial state. People are going out of business. People are losing money. People are struggling for money. People can't go to work, so they can't make money. It's like these are the phases that are coming along with this virus. And I mean, is it a ploy to like you said, maybe control population, or is it a ploy to destroy and rebuild? Maybe destroying a lot of businesses and destroying a lot of things that come with finances, but also coming back stronger and rebuilding it to something different.
exactly. So that's what I was saying because once everything goes under, the
Yeah,
only when you're at the bottom, what's the way to move? It's the way to the top.
yeah,
So what can you replace the top with? What do you? How will you measure that?
yeah,
So now they're saying maybe Bitcoin
yeah.
is going to replace the currency of the world.
So
Even a lot of companies trying to that are struggling are the companies that have been struggling, ahead of time. They just can't adjust. You got to think outside the box. That's what I'm saying. We have to have a change. Now, if you're a restaurant, you can't do the same thing where families come in and eat in. Now you have to do something different. How do you adapt? Do you do Uber Eats? Do you do Grubhub? Do your own little personal delivery? Maybe start a cooking class.
True, true. What do you,
So it's
what are
kind of how
your
you
thoughts
think
on
about it.
what are your thoughts on like them actually being responsible for this virus and deploying it so they can control human population? Like, what are your thoughts on that? What are your what is the thought process of when you think of that, how that went down?
It was planned. It just the virus was it's a modified virus. It's a virus that's been around, but we just
Modified
humans we
how?
have the immune system.
So you're saying this
Well,
is
they were
this is
trying to
lab
do
made?
research. It is Wuhan lab. They were modifying the virus to create a vaccine for the previous pandemic that happened. So
So this is
they were
a
tweaking.
this is a biological weapon that they released onto the public. You think?
Exactly. Look at Bill Gates' TED Talk back in 2015. He warned us
True, true, true. That is
when he
true.
said that, look at the last pandemic. Are we even ready? We're not even 1% ready.
Yeah,
We
and
like
and we
experienced the
weren't, which
whole.
is crazy because like we didn't think anything like this was gonna happen, not to this magnitude at least.
Well, he was saying was um,
No, I meant the
we used
general.
to
I meant the
do.
general population didn't think this would happen.
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, we knew, or the very few out there into the high tech world, they knew it's going to be a very very different world upcoming,
Yeah,
faster than people think. But the reason to be behind this, nobody was prepared for this.
yeah. Do you remember when the swine flu was a big deal? That shit came and
Yes,
gone in like what a couple of weeks, months.
exactly.
So like
So you been thinking those pandemics.
that wasn't even a pandemic though. That was just like a thing that popped up, and they were like, "Oh my god, it's swine flu! It's coming! It's this and that." And then like a month later, it was like that shit was bullshit.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
Like I
I
said,
mean, I in a sense, I think it's funny because like I think over the years you kind of see them throwing those little things out there. The swine flu. What was the other one? The West Nile virus. I mean,
mhm,
those things did happen to some people, but I think they over projected of how serious they would be. I mean, I know a couple people who got the West Nile, who got the what was the other one? The H1N1.
yeah,
I met
and
a person
Ebola.
who caught that. I mean, it is out there for sure, and it's
Yeah,
very rare and unfortunate. But at the same time, I mean, to what they're projecting was like a lot of people were gonna get that stuff, and a lot of
exactly.
people didn't. I mean, if they did catch
Well,
a case of it, I mean, it wasn't as big as as COVID was.
Well, even think of generally, look around, there's viruses around everywhere around us as we currently sit and speak.
Hey, what are your thoughts on when they said that the coronavirus in Latin and
Uh-huh.
Black and I think some Asian communities is where it's flaring up the most because of like the poverty.
Well, yeah, of course it's going to affect low poverty people. It's just because
I
for
mean,
the
not
COVID,
in the sense of like being scientific or all that bullshit. I want to know like your hood thought about it. What do you think about that shit? Is that
it's
bullshit?
terrible. It's bullshit. It's just because we don't have the resources and finance to survive.
So once again, it goes the finances.
Exactly. So
So
who the first one are going to be tested with the vaccine?
so you think it's gonna be low income areas?
Well, absolutely.
Why do you think that?
It's just because who are the first ones to be mandated to get the vaccine?
Yeah.
The
Well, I
people with
think it's
government
actually the
assistance.
first people that are supposed to be mandated to get it are doctors, nurses, and medical workers, apparently. But could you imagine, bro, if they did that vaccine and it just fucks up all of those people and we're fucked
Exactly.
after that because essentially they fucked up and messed up the nurses and doctors and the medical field
Mm-hmm.
people. We're screwed. I mean, what are we supposed to
That's one
do
of
if we
those
have
gonna be
no
like,
none of those people accessible to us, you know?
well, that's one of the situations where a lot of our doctors and dentists and the other population like that, they're from out of the country, believe it or not, majority
Oh no,
of
yeah, yeah,
them.
of course.
So, like I said, we're becoming most less valuable. But just to think about the whole COVID, getting vaccine, the long future side effects, what could possibly happen?
True, true,
Not
true,
even
true.
a day, not even a month, not even a year,
Yeah,
years, 20 years. You can
Julian,
see a commercial.
do you think the aliens fucking came down here and gave us their alien herp?
But what I think is maybe if the COVID was maybe our self defense system
Self
against
defense
aliens.
system from what?
Aliens.
So you think that we purposely came up with this virus to fucking fend off aliens?
No, no. Think about it.
What
If
kind
we
of what
shoot an
kind of
alien,
aliens are we talking here? Are we talking like Independence Day aliens, or are we talking like fucking uh what's that one movie with Mel Gibson in it? Signs aliens. We're talking those kind of aliens.
no, I think about Mars Attack aliens. Remember that
The fucking
movie?
big ass heads.
Yeah, Mars
Hey,
Attack.
hey, how did the alien talk in that movie though?
I forgot, but it's like big old heads. Oh my goodness.
Yo, if you met an alien, what would you say to it? Like, what would be your first, like, your top three questions for an alien?
Uh-huh. Top three questions for alien. Good question. One, are dinosaurs were extinct by an asteroid?
That would be your
Or
first question.
two, it's more in history. You know what? Take that back. How were the pyramids made?
How are the
Was you
pyramids made?
there?
That's interesting.
Yes.
That's a good one.
Um, two, um, is there water on your land?
Is there water on your planet?
Yeah.
That's a.
Because
That's.
you
I
think
mean,
about
I don't
it.
know if that's a good question, but where there's water, there's life, right?
Exactly. We have species, we have bugs. They have species, they have bugs.
So, what would be your last question?
Third question. Hmm, what is um what do you want from us?
Huh. My three questions would be: is there more than one galaxy?
Hmm.
The second question would be: where have you guys like why have you guys been around and not making yourselves known? And my last question would be would like are we able to coexist on your planet? And
Hmm.
actually, you know what? My last question would be: do you guys have anything that could keep like the fountain of youth? Like, is there any way you can
Hmm.
prolong life, or is there any way you could
Hmm.
extend life somehow? You know? Because I want to
Exactly.
if aliens come, I want to be around to see what the fuck happens.
True. Interesting.
But yeah, that would be my questions for them. I mean that obviously I have like so many other questions like how do you guys
Hmm.
have sex? How the fuck do
Do you guys smoke weed?
when do you
Do you
guys
guys take
smoke weed? Do you
cannabis?
guys eat like all that shit? Is there
Are you
lesbians?
down to do a
Is there
DNC?
lesbians where you guys are from?
Oh my goodness.
I
It's
mean,
just
I don't know.
crazy. Like with the whole vaccine with aliens. Just think about aliens, you know, walking around with aliens, being
That's what I'm
part of our
saying.
world.
I mean, apparently to some people, there is aliens here, and they've been here.
Hmm.
I mean, they walk amongst us. I mean,
Hmm.
I'm 50-50 with that. Honestly, like, you never freaking know because there's so many things that you see like from people that are so amazing or like that's not human.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
like Usain Bolt, the fastest runner in the world. Like, what if that dude's an alien? Or some of the
True.
smartest people we've ever had here, what if they were aliens? Like, just to kind of
Yeah.
study us and give us a little bit of technology, like, you know, little
Yeah. A
bit
little
of their piece of
push.
technology. That's how we have cell phones. That's how we have,
Mhm.
TVs that are 4K. Like, what if all these little breakthroughs in science and breakthroughs in technology all came from an alien that's just living amongst us and putting us on game little by little.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be
Just to
sick,
think
right? I mean, that's a dope concept, and like just to think about, like, dude, my iPhone was designed and created by an alien.
true. And even think how aliens think, like, because they're around.
Yeah,
Like, I heard where people see, like, maybe like UFO, but they
yeah,
only see for a glance of it.
yeah,
Then they blink and think, like, was that what I think it was?
yeah.
Then the mind plays a trick on them. Maybe they're overthinking. It's just, with aliens, they're out there. We just can't be the only ones.
Yeah. I mean, dude, that'd be some crazy shit.
And
What if, like,
aliens just
so do you think there'd be like a, so say like if COVID it gets to its worst, or we end up going to like a civil war with all this drama going on, do you think the aliens would invade while we were all fighting amongst each other to kind of gain the advantage of an invasion?
I don't know. They're to sit back and watch.
You think so? You
Hell
think
yeah,
like,
they
hey,
sit back
like
whoa,
World
whoa,
Star?
this is getting good.
They're the people in the back with the phone. World Star.
You gotta take a step back, like, hold on, whoa, this is getting interesting.
On.
This is like their little alien World Star. Yeah, it's like they're gonna take a look like these fuckers.
I mean, yeah, I think that'd be an interesting like that is an interesting concept and probably some truth behind that. But like, okay,
maybe
so how do you think we're
going
gonna meet an alien race through invasion, or do you think we'll meet an alien race through like some kind of peace treaty? Like they come to us and we're like, hey man, we've been here, we're just we're kind of always getting caught in your planet somehow. A couple of us got shot down. We just want to let you guys know we're friendly, we're just passing through here. Like, do you think we'll meet them like that, or do you think we'll meet them through like them invading us?
I think what's gonna happen is where we're gonna eventually have one that crashed and held it hostage, and that's when they come.
So you think we're just gonna like basically kidnap them?
Well, that's what we're gonna do.
You said we're gonna crash and we're gonna hold it hostage, bro?
No, like we're gonna experiment with them. And they're gonna send little code single signs like, "Hey, wait a minute, they got one of ours."
Yeah.
A couple of ships come. They're gonna think of us as a threat. We don't know what they are. They don't know what we are.
That's true.
We have, weapons. They probably have weapons. They have diseases that we can't even imagine. We have our new COVID system virus that can affect them, but not only affects them, they won't know until they come back to their own land, and they bring back a cough. Then they get back to runny nose, lost sense of smell, and that could evade. Because they don't know what a vaccine is.
Yeah.
They don't know what a COVID virus is.
How do you know that though? Maybe they do. Like maybe. What if they're infiltrating everything and they can hear everything that we're talking about? Whatever.
Oh, yeah.
They know. They'd have to know.
Exactly.
I mean, if
I
they're
don't
way
think they have
more
our
advanced
English
than
dialect.
us, if they're so way more advanced than us, they have to know about all this shit.
I think they could have a good idea.
Nah, bro.
English of our
They
dialect.
know it down to a T. I'm telling you, if an alien is watching our planet, or if they are amongst us, they know about that stuff. They probably already know the cure to it.
Probably. Because that'd be weird just to think like, they already have everything. They're just waiting for us to destroy each other.
Dude.
So they have like the perfect time.
I mean, it could be that. Okay, so let's not get too dark on the episode. What about the positives? What are the upsides of hanging out with aliens? Maybe they can show us a lot more stuff. Like, say the technology didn't come from aliens, but the aliens actually come here and they do give us technology. How far do you think like our technology would go, and how far do you think different like barriers of floating cars would be broken? The fastest fucking like VR so advanced, like you said, you're in a virtual world, you're actually living in it. Like, what if you could transfer your mind into like data and then transferred into another body or something like that kind of shit. Do you think that's possible?
Absolutely. I think with the alien, with their technology, it's gonna send Elon Musk back to a fast food cooker restaurant. I mean, it's gonna just blow him out the water.
Yeah,
Just
oh
to
for
think
sure.
about,
If an
you
alien comes,
know,
wait, but what if
hey,
the aliens are stupid?
that could be it too.
Like, what if we get
Imagine
some,
they come.
what if we get some stupid ass aliens that don't know nothing? They're like, hey man, welcome to our planet. Like, what can you show us? What can you teach us? And they're like, what?
Can we use your restroom? Do you have a bathroom? You have
What?
a
Can we
lighter?
use your restroom? That'd be freaking funny, dude. I
That's
mean,
crazy.
where are you at with like other mystical beings like Bigfoot and mermaids? Do you think that
Mhm.
shit's real, or do you think those are just
Oh yeah.
far off of possibilities?
I think it's a
I believe in
possibility just
Bigfoot. I'm gonna
because
put that out there. I fucking believe Bigfoot's real.
I think it is just because we
Like,
there's so many species out there.
yeah,
It's
like
just to think
the
like for a
giant shark,
Bigfoot.
the megalodon thing. I think those are
Oh,
still
he's
around. I
real.
think there's still even dinosaurs in the water that are around. But the water is so like, so what they say, we know more about outer space and our planets than
Hmm.
we do about the ocean floor. That's
And from that perspective,
crazy.
we don't even know shit.
That's
Perspective.
crazy.
Hmm.
Different things like
Exactly.
that. I mean, I don't know, dude. Like Bigfoot's the one I believe in. Mermaids, I'm not really sure about. Like the Loch Ness monster, I don't know, maybe. But
Hmm.
other than that, I mean, all those other little like mythological things that they people claim to have seen or heard or whatever.
Hmm.
I don't know. Maybe if it's an animal, I would say it's a very, very possibility. If it's like
Yeah.
a humanoid mixed creature thing, there's a
Mhm.
big if on that, but I mean, it's like a small percentile of that shit. My personal opinion. But there's people that actually believe in like fairies and believe in fucking leprechauns and shit like that.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier. Like maybe they seen something, and like I said, even though like a second they blink, disappears, their mind play tricks on them.
True, true.
Maybe they thought they seen what they seen. Maybe, you know, like I said, it's a whole world. We just don't know
Yeah,
how, you know, we really don't even know everything yet that's on this planet.
yeah. So where do you stand with everything like as far as the government hiding like aliens from us or any other kind of like creatures that we might be people that have seen them or claim to have seen them. Do you think that the government could potentially be hiding aliens and Bigfoot and all that stuff?
I don't think Bigfoot stuff like. Well, I think like, Bigfoot probably. I know they're hiding stuff. Well, we know. I don't think so, but will eventually come out.
Yeah,
I'll say very soon, just because a lot of those, you know, people back then who actually witnessed work in that field,
yeah,
they're eventually now with social media, YouTube, books, more. Um, they're gonna say something.
hey, do you
I
think
mean,
there's
not too many people.
do you think there's grimy aliens like hood aliens?
You never know. Coming with a spaceship, made of aluminum.
Dude, how
Just to
fucking
think
funny
like,
would that be if like they sent some hood ass aliens here?
it's like she come on some shrooms,
Hey, what if they came out with like khaki fucking jumpsuits and
a
fucking bandanas and
little P
shit?
Diddy outfit. Remember
Some
those little P Diddy
Cortezes.
outfits?
Oh my god, that'd be fucking
Maybe that's why they
crazy.
killed Kennedy, because Kennedy knew a lot of stuff and he wanted to expose a lot of
Well,
stuff.
Kennedy like it was a straight gangster though.
Yeah, he was.
I
He
mean,
knew too
the
much and he
man
wanted.
essentially had ties to the mafia. He had the baddest chick on the block, and the
Yeah,
dude
he
was
did.
fucking Mr. Perfect in America's eyes.
And I don't think they liked it that
Oh no 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 for sure. I mean, there's so many theories behind JFK and that freaking conspiracy man.
situation.
Like, They're saying the mafia might have killed him. They're saying that the cops killed him. The government killed him. Then they're saying like so just some random person killed him. And then they said people who like there's a like the Illuminati. The Illuminati killed him.
Yeah. So do you believe in the Illuminati?
Do I believe in Illuminati? I mean,
Yeah.
do I believe there's like a secret society of people who are so powerful that they control the world?
Yes.
No, I don't. I mean, there's like our government and stuff like that because like I don't know. I don't think the Illuminati is real. I think there might be like people out there who like the CIA or as far as that extent goes, yeah. But I don't think it's to like a global like there's only a group of people that control everything like that. No, I don't believe that.
So
do you believe in Illuminati?
I do. Well, I think what it is
Tell me why you believe in Illuminati and what is it?
So, what Illuminati is, it's a group, a big, powerful group. People, billionaires, celebrities, more government officials.
Yeah.
And what they do is they kind of narrate, what you want to see, what you want to hear, what you should believe.
Oh, okay. So
when people say Illuminati, they throw the conspiracy out there more to distract you, like make it sound silly, like, oh, Illuminati, they're, throwing up triangles in their videos. No. That's where they throw it up and be like, look how foolish that is.
Yeah.
But then again, you have Michael Jackson talking about, they're after me.
True.
Then you got, the Jeffrey Einstein. Was it Weinstein? Einstein? Where
Jeffrey Epstein.
He's over here. Epstein. Where he's, messing with all the little kids. And who's with him all the time? Bill Clinton. He's over here, on his private jet in a private island. And you just think about it.
Why you bugging out old Bill, man? Bill paid his dues. My man just got some sloppy toppy in the office, and that was it.
And she was 20 years old, and how old was he? Like 40?
Yeah,
the Apple.
Right. Hey, if she's 20,
Apple not too far from the 20, yeah,
if she's legal.
Just imagine being a world famous dick sucker.
Who said that best? There was somebody saying that. There's a comedian that was talking about that. They're like, could you imagine yourself being famous for one thing, and that's sucking the president's dick?
Oh my goodness,
bro. That is some shit. Like every cousin, you're like, "Hey, can I have your autograph? I know you're the girl that sucked off Bill Clinton."
Like, can I put that on a resume?
Oh my god!
What are your skills? I'm good at calls and heads.
That would be hella funny, dude. That'd be some shit.
Oh my god.
I mean, there's so many like conspiracies that are like that, and like and there's some that are just straight bullshit. Like, fucking dinosaurs are still like a big issue. Like people are so like people think that the dinosaurs were dropped off by the aliens. Like I feel like dinosaurs were native to here if they were a real thing. You know what I mean? What about the whole conspiracy behind like us landing on the moon, dude? What about that? Like people don't believe that's a real thing. Like we've never been there. That it's all bullshit and that like it was filmed in a studio or some shit.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of like hit or miss with that, but I mean, what do you think?
I believe it's true. I don't think we did land on the moon, but just to think, even if we did, even a person like like me, my kind of thinking, I'll be like, don't stop, keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's go a little bit farther. We'll make it. We'll make it.
We'll survive.
We'll survive. Just because, like, why would we stop here? Let's go a little more closer. Let's go a little farther.
True.
Hey, you know what? We landed on the moon. Why are we stopping here? Let's go behind the moon.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Mars. I mean, they haven't been to Mars, but they've sent things to Mars.
Yeah, that's another thing too, where they sent an animal. What was it? It was kind of like a termite or something like that.
I
forgot what it's called, but it lived through it.
It what?
It lived through on Mars.
Oh, it lived on it? I mean, It just depends, dude. Like, I don't know what the whole deal with like not living on. I think I think the planet's just like really hot and really cold or something like that. We wouldn't be able to sustain life on it. I mean, they did find proof that there was life on it before, but maybe it was a different planet back then. But
Yeah,
outer space is
that's what the
just,
whole global warming is going. Like, well, Earth. Do you think that Earth was only here, you know, only 1 billion years ago or 2 billion years?
I don't
No,
know,
it's
to
been
be
here
honest.
way longer than that.
Maybe. I
I mean,
mean,
we're
who
getting to the
knows? I
concept
mean,
of
that's another thing to think about and jumping into. Oh, dude, I heard one that okay, give me your top 3 conspiracy theories and I'll give you my top 3. My top 3, I'm
conspiracy
gonna tell I'll go
theories.
first. My top 3 is
Okay.
that the government can control the weather. That's a really cool conspiracy.
Uh-huh.
Like tsunamis and stuff, like they say like I've seen some pretty crazy shit about it. They have like some kind of machine that like is run off of sound and bass, like sound waves, and that's
Yeah.
what creates tsunamis. Like that's what took out Japan a couple years back. That's a
Uh-huh.
really good conspiracy. Obviously like the whole thing. Do you remember looking outside and seeing like airplanes and they would have like those little trails behind them?
Chemtrails.
Yeah, so people like
Yeah.
the chemtrails are another good conspiracy that I think that's
Uh-huh.
funny, and another good conspiracy that's my favorite would definitely have to be the Roswell thing, the whole aliens, stuff that
Yeah.
happened in Roswell, New Mexico, because I'm a native from New Mexico, so
Hmm.
that hits home.
Yeah.
So what about
Have
you?
you ever been
Top
over there?
three?
Well, my top three conspiracies will be, of course, one, aliens. Two, um, hmm, the
Tupac and
John F.
Biggie.
Kennedy. They knew who killed that guy. I mean, ooh, they did
That
so
there ain't
many
no
interviews.
conspiracy in
Glad
that. We already know it was people that work for
we
the
know who did
cops.
it. That part too, like I said, part of that Illuminati, part of that
Yeah,
group. But so my
true.
top three will be aliens, Michael Jackson's death. Um, Three had to be the people behind the government.
Ah,
Like the old saying goes,
that yeah.
presidents come and go, but policy stays.
Okay, okay. Those are some good ones. Those are some good ones. So
Mhm.
like, where do you think conspiracies are today? Do you think there people are over to the point where they don't really believe conspiracies anymore, or do you think that it's so put on blast nowadays that more people are getting into the whole conspiracy thing?
We want to hear the scary part.
What?
I I think conspiracies are becoming true.
Do you think they're coming true?
A lot of the conspiracy, the people back then, they used to make fun of the tinfoil hat dudes. It
Yeah,
would be like, the government is listening to my phone calls, and look what happened. It was
exactly.
true.
I
There's
mean,
aliens coming, and look what happened. The government says,
yo, what about
now
the
it's true.
Simpsons? The Simpsons predicting a lot of stuff,
Oh my
man.
goodness.
There's
Exactly.
there's got to be a conspiracy behind that.
That's what I'm saying. When
Maybe
they, like I said, the
maybe the
Illuminati.
director of the Simpsons is a time traveler. Time traveling is a good conspiracy too.
Yeah.
I like that rabbit hole.
The black hole.
Yeah. Oh, the black hole. Yeah,
Well,
black holes. Different. Oh,
when they remember that when he
What
said
about
back,
different dimensions?
I think there is.
You think there's different
Remember back in the
dimensions like
days?
within where like so I'm doing this in a different dimension, but I'm made out of something else. Like let's say I'm made out of smoke.
Exactly.
That's
Or,
crazy.
or maybe what we're doing is we're controlled by aliens. Like we were, directed to do this,
Yeah.
to say a certain message. What I'm saying is they're programming our brain to think a certain way, to do certain things, to push a certain agenda.
Yep. I don't know, man. That just sounds. I don't know. And obviously, the big, a lot of conspiracies are behind politics and et cetera, et cetera. But I like
Mhm.
the fun ones. I like the ones that don't have to deal with like a lot of the whole,
Yeah,
whatever, like getting to the point where it gets sad and like depressing almost. I like the ones that are fun, like aliens and Bigfoot. Like those ones are always the ones that I look like forward to hearing about and talking about. But when it comes to like politics and mixing in with Secret Service and all that other crap, it's like it's interesting, yeah, to a sense, but at the same time, it's like that's whack.
I thought you were gonna say conspiracy is like Remember drinking Pop Rocks and soda?
Oh yeah, dude,
Or
that was
eating
well.
sunflowers?
That's more of like a myth though, but still, if you took
But
Pop Rocks
still,
and soda, you would blow the fuck up.
or eating a watermelon seed.
The
You're trying to
worm,
have
bro.
you grow a watermelon in your stomach.
Oh yeah, you get the watermelon seed. What about the worm and tequila? If you get that, then you like have a was it like a life changing experience or
I did
something?
that before. I ate a worm in a tequila bottle. I would have recommended, but yeah,
What happened?
it was a crazy day. Oh my goodness. It came with two worms.
Did you have a life
All
changing
convinced.
experience?
Man, when I drunk that bottle, dude, it was I blacked out. Pretty simple. I woke up. I don't know. Hopefully someone took my phone away from me.
Oh
I
Lord.
don't know what I said, what I text. Because they say with the worm and the tequila, it absorbs majority a lot of alcohol.
Yeah.
So when you eat that worm, it has more alcohol that's in the bottle inside the worm.
Okay, so it's all absorbed and concentrated and marinated into that worm.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, these bottles are from Mexico, so you might eat a worm. Maybe it's a maggot. Maybe you might start to see something. It's a worm modifies in a mushroom. I
Probably
mean,
right. That'd be crazy.
exactly. You start seeing weird things. See a little
Well,
alien from Doe from Futurama. You just don't know.
oh man, well we have a couple more things to say. So yeah, this is episode 4, you guys. Thank you guys for checking it out. I mean, other like we've been really grateful for all the comments and likes and subscriptions that are coming in, and thank you guys again for tuning in. We try our best to bring you some cool stuff. Conspiracies has been a fun thing that we like to talk about on our own time, but we think it'd be cool to bring it to the show. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I mean, it's all fun. Like I said, we don't really put too much emphasis and facts into all this shit, but we do like to talk shit, and I hope you guys understand that. So don't take it too serious. JP, what do you got to say about the episode?
Like I said, just having fun, let people have something to think about, spark some conversations. Everybody has a little quarantine minds, so we want them to, you know, get away from that for a moment. Just start thinking about other things. Think outside the box.
Exactly.
Spark some, spark a flame in your brain where just think of something else.
Yep.
Escape reality.
Um, you want to talk about our plans for the next episode?
Plan for
Next
next
episode, you
episode.
guys, we are gonna be doing some shots, taking shots and shooting the
Ooh.
shit, but also with a little twist. We're gonna have a little
Uh-huh.
game show thrown in there. So we'll be asked some questions,
Uh-huh.
and each round that person. So say like we get 3 questions each, the same question.
Uh-huh.
I won't know the answer because I'm not gonna be able to really hear. I'll be out of the room, and then we'll get the answers, and or we might just get separate questions. But the questions are going to determine the best out of 3. So if I answer more, then Julian's going to lose. Julian's going to have to take, we'll say, however many questions he got wrong, he has to eat that many Bean Boozles and take shots after those. And the same goes for me. We'll do 3 rounds. So that's a total of almost 9 shots that we might have to take. And it's alcohol of mine and his choice. I mean,
Okay.
That way he knows his limits, and I'll know mine. But yeah, that's gonna be a thing, you guys. So tune in for that. We got some more PS5 news coming at you guys the next episode. Julian, do you have any segments you want to throw in there that we have coming up on your behalf?
Um.
Oh, we
Let's
might have a
see.
special guest. Just putting it out there. We were supposed to have one today, but somehow he flaked. So shout outs to you for not making it.
And let's also do some sports. Let's see who are your top five basketball players
There
or
you go.
top 10.
So we could debate. So this is a debate, or is this just kind of something you want to determine your opinion on?
Little discussion. Then throw some opinions. What do you think? Everybody has their own opinion of top 10 basketball players, football players, best quarterback.
And if we can get this video to, let's say, 50 likes, I have this thing where I'm planning on egging my girlfriend, throwing some straight fire at her with these eggs. So if you guys want to see that in one of the episodes, let's get it to 50 likes, and then
a plot twist. instead of doing that, let's do your top 10 b-boys.
Okay, with the all right, we can throw that. So, but yeah,
To throw some legends in there, throw some little current,
but we could
people
talk
who,
about that stuff and how it extends and then how b-boying's in the Olympics. That's crazy.
yeah,
Shout out to all the b-boys
exactly.
and b-girls. But yeah, next one I think we might have a guest. We won't really share anything about that until the person confirms. So be on the lookout. Check us out on my Instagram, KillerShine86. Go ahead and throw your Instagram out there, JP.
Pennzoil 917, PENNCOIL 917.
And if you guys want to come check us out, we are on YouTube. Obviously, you're watching the channel, but also we will be opening up a shoot the shit either Instagram or Facebook. So be on the lookout for that. We'll drop the links once we figure it out. And we'll see you guys next one. Peace.